Well, if you cannot communicate well, you cannot lead successfully at your workplace. What? Shall I repeat again? If you cannot communicate well, you cannot lead successfully at your workplace. Yes, my dear friend, you heard me right. And what better way to learn how to communicate well and lead than watching a TED Talk? Yes, TED has been a fantastic venue for inspiration and knowledge exchange. Yes or no? In addition to discussing human rights, technology advancements, and forward-thinking design, TED speakers frequently cover topics related to project management, communication, and other business-related issues. I have benefited immensely by watching TED Talks. Look at the way they communicate, the command over their speech, their body language is brilliant. And if you want to learn more, then spend at least 15 minutes a day watching one TED Talk. That's it. There are a lot of TED Talks, but here are my top 5 picks which I would recommend you through this video. So let's get going. The first one happens to be one of my favorite, Simon Sinek, How Great Leaders Inspire Action. Now, Simon Sinek is brilliant. In this talk, he shares his concept of the golden circle, which explains why we are inspired by some people, leaders, messages, and organizations over others, why some people are able to leave that special mark, and why some people are not able to do that. Have you observed that some people are like, whoa, magical, whereas some people are like, yeah, kind of okay. What is it that differentiates some people, whereas some people just miss out on the opportunity to create a mark? The golden circle is similar to those 3 concentric circles. Let's understand from this diagram. Starting with the outer ring and leading to the center ring, he labeled these sections as the what, how, and why. Now, the most common and comfortable place for people around the world to speak is the what. For example, what the organization does. People can talk a lot about it, that okay, this organization does this and this and this and this. For example, what does Amazon do? Amazon is into delivering of goods directly to the doorstep of the person who places the order. In general, for the common man. They do a lot of other things as well, but then that's how we understand that it's an e-commerce portal which delivers stuff to your place. Many people are also comfortable speaking to how they do what they do. And you can talk about the entire supply chain management and how they order it. So you can talk about the process as well. However, there are only a few people who speak about the why. And as per Simon Sinek, why is the most transformational and powerful place to speak, as it is the place of purpose and passion. Yes, the why. That's where you get to know why you do what you do. And majority of the people don't know that. Believe me, maximum people don't know why they do what they do. They're just like doing it because someone told them, or their religion asked them to do it, or society asked them to do it, or the parents asked them to do it, or maybe some next door uncle, aunt, friends, anyone is influencing them to do it. But they don't know why they are doing it. Simon also talks about how talking about the why immediately creates a connection with the audience and builds that trust and loyalty. See, if you can also communicate why you do what you do instead of what you do and how you do it, it will make a big difference in the way you leave an impact on people around. If you want to be a leader, ask yourself, do you really want to be a leader? Let me know in the comment section that yes, I want to be a leader. Take a moment, pause this video and type in the comment section that yes, Divas, I want to be a leader. So if you want to be a leader who can create a good impact, then make sure you watch this TED Talk for sure. Why people will remember you. Ask yourself that why will people remember you? And that will certainly instill that spark of asking for your why. Do check it out. The second one is by Seth Godin, That is how to get your ideas to spread. This is a wonderful talk and I absolutely love the key messages of this talk. Now, whenever you send a WhatsApp message to someone, deep down inside you know whether the person to whom we are sending will be happy once they have seen it or not. Yes, this talk is about ideas and how we put across these ideas. Old methods of putting ads on television don't work. Old methods of making average products for average people don't work. Yes or no? He talks about the number of choices we all have and all the regular stuff can easily be ignored by people. You have to be remarkable. Say after me. You have to be remarkable. One more time. You have to be remarkable. Say it out that, yes, Divas, I will be remarkable to get noticed. Simply being very good is unremarkable and rarely noticed. You have to also be different. You look around things, there are so many options available. Why should you be chosen? Why should you be preferred for a certain job, certain role, where there are so many people with the same degrees, the same piece of paper, the same skill set? You have to be different. He said it beautifully using this analogy. He says, if you are driving down the road and you see a cow, imagine you're driving down the road and you see a cow and you keep driving because you've seen cows before. Cows are invisible, cows are boring. Who's going to stop and pull over and say, oh, look, a cow? Nobody, right? But if the cow was purple, imagine if the cow was purple, just like this like t-shirt. Isn't that a great special effect? If the cow was purple, you would notice it for a while. So it doesn't matter whether you're running a coffee shop or you are an intellectual or you are in business or you're flying hot air balloons. How uniquely you communicate your ideas will only help you get noticed in the organization. And that's a very important concept of communication. If you also speak like other people in a flat tone, you will be ignored. However, if you bring in variation, bring in life in your voice, you will be remembered. Yes or no? Will you remember me? If I talk like this throughout the video and you are like, what the hell is going wrong with Divas? I'm sure you would love me if I bring in that energy, bring in that variation, bring in that spark so that you enjoy watching this video. Yes? The next TED Talk, my suggestion would be to watch Everyday Leadership by Drew Dudley. Drew Dudley, in his 6-minute TED Talk, talks about how influential you already are to lead in life. Yes. Take a moment to internalize this. You just heard it right, that you are influential to lead in life. You don't have to be that special one. He talks about how we need to redefine leadership to focus on those lollipop moments, as he calls it, a moment in which a regular person in your life changes the trajectory of your life. You need not have some legend, maybe Barack Obama or Martin Luther King, coming to your place and saying, hey, wake up, lead. No. It can be anyone around you, maybe a talk, maybe a piece of like text, whatever it be. It can change the trajectory of your life. You tell me in the comment section, has there been any person in your life whom you have heard, whom you have followed, whom you have read about that has changed your perspective? One decision of your life changed the trajectory of your life. So, do you have a lollipop moment? Let me know. What is your lollipop moment? It's likely that you might have many of them. It's likely that you've done or said something to someone at a particular point in time that had such a profound impact that you literally changed someone's life. Maybe that's the lollipop moment for that person. You may not even be aware of it. They may not have expressed thanks for it, but it happened. But it happened. When I think of it, I can recollect a time 10 years ago when I just gave a presentation and came out. And the organizer of the workshop came to me and told me that, Divas, you're a great fit for corporate training. Try being a corporate trainer. And I had no clue, I had no confidence in myself to even think of training the corporates. I was just a freelance trainer, a soft skill trainer, training at academic institutions. And that person, that one sentence instilled belief in me. The trajectory of my life changed. That one comment changed it. Do think about those lollipop moments in your life, and to know more about how you can create an impact at your workplace using effective communication, do watch this TED Talk. The fourth one is Nancy Duarte, The Secret Structure of Great Thoughts. Oh, she's brilliant. An idea does not take off on its own. Agree? An idea does not take off on its own. You can think about a lot of ideas, but unless and until you execute it, it will not take off. How you communicate that idea determines its success. Whether you are giving a presentation or leading an organization, you must articulate your message in a way that resonates with your audience. Otherwise, you will not get improvement. You will not see that change. You will not see that movement. Think about it, right? You have a great idea, but the way you communicate is like so dull, so boring that people are like, they are there physically, but then mentally they are somewhere else because you are so boring, you haven't been able to articulate yourself that people just simply lose you. In this talk, Nancy demonstrates how to structure your messages in a way that incites connection and action. It's so important, right, that you connect with the audience and bring in that kind of action from the audience side. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you work or what your role is. Everyone can take a piece of wisdom from this TED Talk to improve communication skills. Make sure you watch this one. And the last one is by Clint Smith, The Danger of Silence. One of the most harmful roadblocks in a workplace is of lack of communication. If there is no free flow of thoughts and conversations in your organization, then the organization cannot evolve. It cannot. In this talk, Clint explores what the world looks like when people do not speak up. Imagine a world where people do not speak up. For a moment, you'll feel, hey, it's good, right? But no, there will be a lot of assumptions, a lot of confusion, and we'll all choke. If you are a leader or a student or an employee, this TED Talk has invaluable lessons for you, believe me. Answer these questions about your workplace, okay? Number one, are people heard in your organization? Can employees approach managers with ideas or speak up when they think there is room for improvement? Is there an open line of communication between management and team members? If you answered no to any of these questions, then there's a need to nurture effective communication with organizations. Do watch out this powerful TED Talk to know the importance of effective communication at the workplace. I believe through these recommendations, you gain insight that how powerful communication is, not just for you as an individual, but for you as an individual working in an organization, contributing to the growth of the organization and its culture. Do let me know which is your favorite TED Talk that you have watched so far. And if you haven't watched my TED Talk, then do watch it on YouTube. And also let me know in the comment section which is your favorite TED Talk. I'll wait for your comments. And till then, stay awesome, stay productive.